Hey there, guys! It's Sneaky Snowman coming at you live from my basement. How about that? And so, this is actually Domination on Kowloon. I hope you guys like this video. I have picked a topic for the people who have been whining about me picking a topic and staying to it the whole video. There's a few things I want to get out of the way first before I get to that topic. And, you guys have probably noticed by now, this isn't Dragon Ball Z. I lied. Dragon Ball Z is not airing this week. And, it might be on next week or the week after that. No, it won't. I'm lying to you again. Dragon Ball Z is not going to be aired on this channel, so just get that out of your head. It's just not going to happen. The next thing is, yeah, look at me. I'm using the FAMAS. I'm a tryhard. Actually, this video is from February. Back before it was frowned upon to use the FAMAS, it was just another gun. And my videos after this, I'm not going to be using the FAMAS. I've recorded a few already, and they don't have the FAMAS in it. So, hooray for you, and don't get your panties in a bunch. It's not all that big of a deal. My next point is, I got some pretty positive feedback about my duck. And so what I have done for you is I have taken that duck, and it is now the picture for my account. You can check that out on my channel anytime you want. I made a slight altercation to the duck. He is now darker, clearly more visible from the ray of sunshine. You can tell the difference now. And so, my final point before my topic is, someone has asked me, what do you use to record? And I use a Hauppauge HD PVR model 1212. It's pretty pricey, I guess, for recording equipment. It's around $200. And that's why I use the worst microphone in the world. I actually use a webcam microphone. It's kind of janky. I guess it gets the job done, so quit crying. I'll get a mic eventually. So, now that that's over, I've cleared up a few of those little topics, and onto my real one. And that topic is homeless person. Homeless persons, homeless people. There we go. Homeless people. I'm not hating on them. They're my homies, my dogs. I've actually had a few really weird experiences with homeless people. I'm sure everyone has. Just like walking down the street and you see a homeless person and you're like, ooh, I don't really want to stare at them because they'll think I'm judging them, and I don't want any of that. But that little glimpse you get, they make eye contact with you and you're like, shoot! And they start charging you, and that's when it gets scary. They come up to you and they're like, hey buddy, can you spare some change? And you're like, you're thinking in your head, you haven't said anything yet, but you're thinking in your head, I know what you're gonna do with that money. You ain't gonna go to McDonald's and get some hotcakes or a Big Mac. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna go visit the King and get a Whopper, and you've completely blown off Wendy. You're not getting food, okay? You are just... He's probably gonna go to Toys R Us and get the My Little Pony, the newest one, because that's pretty hot item right now. And so you just don't want to give that homeless person your money because that could be your little pony. And so you just don't want to give them money. So to my two stories that I have prepared for you about my encounters with homeless people. The first one, actually both of them take place at the same location, a small venue downtown. It's in a pretty sketchy part of town. We were with a few friends, and the show had just got over, and so we're walking to a friend's car because he's got a 24-pack of Mountain Dew in his trunk, and we would enjoy if he shared it with us. So that's what he did, and we were actually walking past a group of homeless people, and they were, you know, chilling and grilling. I guess they weren't really grilling, they were smoking. So we just kept moving, and we got to the car, and we turn around, and what do you know? One of them is behind us, and it was a lady, and to tell you the truth, I do not know if she was fluent in English. She was speaking gibberish. It sounded like she was talking to my friend in he out of, I don't know, maybe a minute of conversation, he got two things out of it. The first one was she was kicked out of her house or something like that. She's homeless now. And I think the other thing was something about laundry. So she probably wanted some money. We couldn't tell because we couldn't understand her. So quick decision, we gave her a Mountain Dew, and she accepted it, and she seemed fairly satisfied. So she left. We got out of there, and case closed, you know. The other story is the same place, different time of year. I don't know if it's like how animals are, and different times of year depends on what kind of animals are there. I'd like to address that this is my only death. Yes, it's a suicide. Rather embarrassing, but at least someone didn't kill me, you know. Okay, back to the homeless people. So we were at this place, and we encounter the homeless man, right? And now this guy comes up to you, and you make a quick analysis, all right? You see him, and he's a scrawny white man, and he's wearing raggedy clothes. You know instantly that he's going to ask you for money. Now, this guy doesn't ask you specifically for money. For some reason, he asks you for quarters. And so, I guess he's pretty well known around that place. People have named him Quarter Tim. And so, I don't know if he's got some sort of weird quarter fetish. But, that's what he wants. He just wants your quarters. And so he'll come up and ask you, like, do you have any quarters? And you're just like, I'm sorry, I don't have any quarters, and if I did, I probably wouldn't give them to you because, again, you're not spending them on McDonald's. And to tell you the truth, I'm right, because he actually came back, because I don't know if this guy had some sort of mental problem. For some reason, he feels like he has to ask you 20 different times if you have quarters. He'll walk away, 5 minutes later, come back. Do you have any quarters? One of the times he goes, alright boys, I'm not gonna lie to you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend it on a 40-ounce beer. And we're like, dude, I hate to tell you this, but they stopped making quarters a few years back. I do have some nickels if you would like them. And he goes, I need quarters. He wasn't buying that they stopped making quarters. He knew better. He knew. And so, Quarter Tim is just, he's a weird guy. He only wants your quarters. I don't know why. If you're ever downtown where you live, I don't know, and you encounter someone who is a strange homeless person, go ahead and tell me about him. I'll maybe talk about him in a video for you if you give me a good enough story. And so, that's my, that's the end of the story. The Ballad of Quarter Tim is what I like to call it. And yeah, I'm sure you've noticed by now, I'm kind of camping this spot. I have one death, and hey, you probably would too. I got 60 plus kills. You know, I'm really sorry about that. In today's day and age, I would not be camping. Again, this is 6-ish months old. So, I'm really sorry about that. This is the end of the game. I go 65-1, and I'm playing with a couple of my buddies. You can probably see them right there. And thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. Thank you for watching.